The evening, they're just about set. Ready? 21.90 the distance, green light is up and they are away. He's the Hammer. He's a Hammer, got out well from 2, showing speed. Crisco Mojito. Super Service didn't get into the early fight, and as he's back to the rear of the 3-horse field. But He's a Hammer with the head arched and the head down is going into the first turn well out in front. It's 3 lengths clear in the early part over Crisco Mojito, who's in second, and on his back was Super Service, who eased out of the early battle for the front and has settled down about 15 metres off the front. And that leader is He's a Hammer. It's got them strung out in the early part. It leads out by a couple of lengths, but the margin is starting to be abbreviated by Crisco Mojito, who's chasing up to the helmet of the leader, and Super Service is at the rear of the 3-horse field and still only about 12 metres, maybe a touch further off the front. They're inside the mile pole and they head towards the Barrostock sign at the 1500 metre mark. And He's a Hammer is certainly running at a genuine tempo, leads out clearly. Crisco Mojito's in second. It's 2.5, 3 lengths away. On its back was Super Service as they head inside the 1400 metre mark. As they just start to chase out after this leader a little bit, rounding the home turn. And they pass the Alabar sign at the 1250. He's a Hammer, brings them around where they started from and leads out just over a length now. The margin has been abbreviated to just on a length as Crisco Mojito gets up onto the helmet of the leader. And last of all, Super Service. Down to the winning post, Judge and the Bell, and He's a Hammer. Still got the head down. He's got the ears going backwards and forwards. He's having a good listen for these opposition. They're both behind him and only about a length and a half and 2 lengths away respectively. They head towards the 800 metre mark and now He's the Hammer just starts to increase the speed once again. Crisco Mojito's in the trail second and Super Service is still at the rear of the field. They run down the back straight towards the 650 and He's a Hammer still running along nicely, leads out clearly. Crisco Mojito's second. Super Service has pulled away from the peg line and now moves into the running line as they head past the 550 and will chase out after the leader. He's a Hammer off the back straight, 450 to go, still leads by a length and a half. Now Super Service getting a little closer on the outside, has got the leader within its sights. Waiting a clear passage was Crisco Mojito as they come around the home turn. 250 to go and Super Service up on the outside of He's a Hammer, who's just asked for a little more on the inside. Crisco Mojito's camped on its back as they straighten up. He's a Hammer, Super Service go together. Crisco Mojito can't go with them. He's a Hammer, Super Service. He's a Hammer's digging deep on the inside of Super Service and He's a Hammer. Nice type. He's a Hammer 3/4 over Super Service. They got clear from Crisco Mojito about 15-20 metres away at the rear of the field, but saw them all safely home.